What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with another one. This one, ready to love y'all, okay? I'm not gonna hold you. Let's go in.
Previously on Ready to Love. I want y'all to go on dates this week and express your doubts. All right?
When you asked me about black culture,
Yeah.
it was a little bit of a slap in the face.
Okay. I wasn't trying to judge her, but this is further letting me know that the connection is probably not there.
Since you're such a powerful woman, the way you talk to me has to be different than the way you talk to other people.
Okay. I don't know when I'm gonna see you again.
It's already too long.
I know.
I definitely can see Philip in my future, but I'm also establishing this strong connection with Chris.
Tommy got a curveball. This week, 2 guys are going home.
The ladies have decided
You're not ready to love.
No, it took me some time to get to the place that you wanted me to be. Oh, but now I'm ready. I'm ready to love.
I've been about it, they can't doubt it. I've been about it, I've been about it.
Tommy.
Noop.
What's going on, Noop?
Help me join your group.
Big dog in the house.
There you go. Oh, you look good in red, boy. You look good in red.
What's going on, fellas?
Herbert.
Going into the lounge at the top of the week, I definitely feel like the guys left have made some good connections and are serious about the process, so happy to see the fellas today.
This the Fab Five right here, huh?
I've been about
Yeah,
it.
no.
The Fab is dwindling.
Yeah.
You notice it's getting tighter?
Real tight, yeah.
How y'all feeling about everything? Y'all good?
Yeah, we make it. We make it. I don't know if we can use the word good just yet.
Well, you know, I got a couple curves today.
Come on, man.
Come on.
Matter of fact, it's a curved slider knuckleball.
That's too much.
That's too much? This week, the ladies will be meeting your ex.
Come on, Tommy.
Wow.
My stomach hurt, man.
Women from our past tend to know if we have grown, okay?
True.
They might also help you identify some red flags. That's important.
It's a good idea.
Now, guess what? The ladies, they got something they can gain from this meeting, too. They gonna get some insight about who you are in a relationship.
Yeah.
Are you romantic? Do you help with the dishes? Do you snore? Do you pee in the bed every night? You understand?
That's a serious problem. That's still happening.
But most importantly, they'll be able to tell, have you healed from your last relationship? Yes, sir. I promise you, you're gonna be all right. I won't be there with you.
Come on now.
And we'll meet back here at the end of the week. We'll chop it up. Remember, power to eliminate returns to you guys.
All right.
Cool?
Okay.
All right.
This assignment to meet the exes is insane. Who wants their new to meet the old? It's old for a reason. That's not supposed to come together.
In the water, children.
Not the hell.
Yeah, I find that to be a bit unfair because the men don't get to meet the ladies. They don't get to meet the ladies' ex. Only the ladies get to meet the men ex. The men only get to meet the ladies' besties, best friends. Who's gonna put them in a good light? And then you gotta prove yourself to the ladies' best friends. But the women get to meet the guy's ex, who got nothing but negative stuff to say for the most part. You got some cool exes, but it's just not a level playing field. It's almost like it's starting to get to the point where it seems like every show is giving the women all of the advantage. I mean, they just got done eliminating 2 guys. They just got done eliminating 2 guys off RTL. Then there's another show out there. I don't know if y'all seen that, The Love Experiment. they just get to shop for men. I mean, it's like, and and on RTL, these ladies get to see the men ex, but the men only get to see the ladies bestie. It's not the reason why you don't have a certain type of men coming on these shows is just not fair. It's just not, a lot of it is not fair. A lot of it is not realistic. And to be honest, top tier guys, they don't need this show. Now, as far as the Love Experiment, seem like to be some top tier guys on there, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure they got some human remains in the closet, more than just skeletons. Them joints, I'm sure they got some stuff they hiding in the closet, but I don't know. It's causing me to kind of slightly burn out because I'm not seeing it be fair to the men. I'm not, and it seems like on every black dating show, the women get most of the advantage. And I'm thinking it's because of viewership, of ratings, or whatever the case may be. It's more women on the planet than men, so they got more eyeballs than we do. They tune in, and they tune in more than we do, and they get catered to more than we do. So that part is getting a little frustrating. And why do the guys got to show their ex? I mean, at least let the guys show their best friend. Why do women get to meet their ex and the men don't get to meet the women ex? That's just kind of, I don't like that. Anyway, let's go back in.
Going into the day, I'm nervous. Meet my ex, like, why do we need to do that? You know, they're ex for a reason.
Hey!
What's going on, stranger? How you doing? Ooh, man, we need to have a little talk, baby.
I made some tea.
I chose my ex, Jessica. I was a very good friend with her prior to us getting into a relationship, and we also remained friends after. So, I'm on a journey for love right now.
Wow.
You know, as crazy as this might sound.
Yeah.
Trying to find that right one. And I have a few young ladies that I need you to evade for me.
Okay.
I wanted Janelle and Jessica both to meet my ex for this date. I also wanted Jessica to meet Sierra later. Both Jessica.
Not bad looking. He could have done a whole lot worse. She's cute. She got some cute things going on. Look pretty Afrocentric. I like that. The big hoop earrings, the braids. Okay. I see you, Morier.
Jessica and Janelle come from a religious, like strong religious background.
Christian.
Yes.
Okay.
So understanding the levels of metaphysical, of where I normally come from, to see if they are also comfortable with stuff like that too.
Okay.
My ex, she does know how serious I am about the spirit world or my spirituality and how important that is to me. And I wanted to know where they stand on maybe being in a relationship or in a marriage with someone that is not conventional or organized religion. And I also, too, am not really sure what neither one of their sexual appetites might be like either.
I'll find out.
That's where I'm at with it.
We got this.
You know
I'm finna find out.
Yes, I need you to get.
She seemed like a cool ass ex. Marie, if this whole thing don't work out, you need to holler back at her, for real. She seemed to be understanding with you. She seemed to be cool. She seemed to be, have some probably the most in common with you. So I don't know. I'm wondering why that. I think he said in the show, he said he messed up or something. But anyway, let's go in.
Get all the tea. Speaking of tea, I'm gonna pour us a little bit.
Please, because we gotta be wired up.
Hi. How are you?
What's up?
Hey. Today I'm meeting Marie's ex. Marie and I talk all the time, and I think that we're having a great time getting to know each other. I'm Jessica.
Meet Jessica.
Oh, well, listen. We're in good company then.
Yeah, have a seat.
Hi.
Doing all right?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
When I realized I was sharing this experience with Jessica, I really wasn't surprised. I know that she is his top connection, but Maria and I kind of got started later, and I do like him a lot. So I'm excited. Someone's choice in women says a lot about them.
Cheers.
Oh, I don't know, y'all. When in the hell did Janelle hook up with Mario? When did this connection happen? Can somebody tell me? Can you give me the transcript? Because she was heavy on Quentin and Herbert, and it seemed like she was curving everybody else. Janelle and Marie? Really? I didn't see that. Now, Jessica, yeah, I seen their connection. Maybe it got lost in the sauce in the editing or something. I don't know. But here, let me ask RTL something, okay? Y'all just hold on. Let me ask Ready to Love staff something real quick. In the next season, okay, I'm gonna need y'all to not allow contestants or people on the show to have phone conversations. No phone conversations, no texts, don't exchange numbers, don't do nothing. Okay? All camera ready conversations. That way the audience can follow what's going on. Because they have so many phone conversations on the phone, texts, this, that, and the third. We get lost in the sauce. We don't know what the hell is going on. So next season, I'm gonna need y'all to say, you know what? We're banning phone conversations so we can get everything on camera that will tell the story. Because when we look at it, where the hell did Janelle come from? For Marie. I seen Marie with Jessica a little bit. I seen him with Sierra a little bit. Haven't even really seen them two talk, Marie and Janelle. And she's meeting the ex. Make it make sense. That's why I say it has to be a phone conversation or text or something. So I'm like, next season, get rid of the phones, okay? Because it's making the storyline confusing, sloppy, and just you can't follow it. You can't follow the storyline that way. Because so much happened, more happened probably on the phone and texts than it do live that we get to see. So it becomes a jumbled mess. So I'm gonna need y'all to curve the phones next season and tell them we catching every conversation on camera. Every conversation might not actually be, put it in the show, but we're going to catch every conversation so every storyline makes sense. Maybe they did have a conversation live. I don't know. And they didn't put it in the story. I don't know. But I never thought Janelle was rocking with Maurier, so I'm a little taken back by that. Let's go back in.
Cheers, friends.
Cheers for no stressful room,
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
Of course.
Thank you for having us.
Can we add a little Jack Daniels or something?
No, you don't need a Jack Daniels. Don't be under pressure.
So we dated for what, about 2 years or so?
Yes.
What was the hardest thing about dating Maria?
It was probably the age for me.
Oh, there's an age difference.
Yes.
I'm 41.
Okay, 40.
41 crew. Okay. So that at the time when we were dating, I had never been with a younger man. So that was an issue for me. I eventually got over that.
Okay.
I stepped in and, changed that world.
Oh,
What can I say?
Okay.
It's God's doing.
Oh, Lord. Okay, it is.
What would you say in terms of his new partner? What would you like for this person to have qualities that would be able to support him?
I would start with a sexual appetite.
Okay.
Just being able to keep up. Are you a sexual person? Y'all ain't feeling it?
Oh. First of all, his ex is giving a little tease of an areola here. Okay, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. She is older than Morier, okay? And apparently Morier liked to get down. So, Jessica, Janelle, are y'all with it? Y'all with this y'all with his appetite? Because his ex is telling you, you gotta come with it. I'm loving it. Let's go in.
Questions. I mean, hey, these are concerns, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm concerned about things as well. To be honest, though, I just don't feel like that's a conversation or a topic. I know that I don't want to walk down that particular line.
That is perfectly fine.
I'm not interested in sharing this information with her because it's none of your business. I just don't feel like this is an appropriate conversation.
So one of the things that me and Morier connected on is spirituality. So I'm in this metaphysical world and it's my thing. So tarot cards, metaphysical, is that a deal breaker for you?
I was totally and completely blindsided.
I read tarot cards, so if y'all would allow me to pull a card or two for you guys.
Yes.
You won't be able to pull a card for me.
Okay.
But you can pull a card for them.
Okay, okay.
What are you doing? Why are you doing it? When are you gonna stop?
I pulled the amethyst stone for you, so your intuition is gonna play a big part in your future.
I am blindsided with craziness because I talk to Morier all the time, and this man never mentioned anything about burning incense, tarot cards, crystals, energy reading. Seriously, like, what's really going on?
Well, I wouldn't want to date anyone who likes to dibble and dabble in the occult.
I got you.
I need someone who is firmly rooted in the infallible word of God.
Okay.
I'm very non-negotiable about having pagan things in my space.
Understand.
It got bad when the tarot card came out. It was just like, yeah, none of this is going the way that I planned it at all.
I just want to make sure that, you know, I am aware of who you serve and who sent you.
Gotcha.
For me in this house, we will serve the Lord, you know, so that's just kind of how we operate within my life.
Right.
Do you have any other questions? You didn't get to really ask her a lot of...
No, I think I got it.
You do? Okay.
Now, this is when Janelle shuts down. No, I think I got it. I'm good. I don't want to talk no more. She really wants to leave right now. Anybody? She says she don't want pagan things in her, in her presence. Do anybody know what pagan means? All pagan means is that's not my religion. So to a Muslim, a Christian is a pagan. To a Christian, a Muslim is a pagan. A Buddhist is a pagan. All pagan mean is that's not my religion. Now, this became pretty famous when people of Europe wanted to demonize African religions. Okay? Ra is considered pagan. A lot of Egyptian deities became pagan because Europeans were saying that's not our religion. Okay? And I personally can't stand the word, because all it does is brainwash, especially African Americans, into demonizing their own religions, their own true ancestral religions. Okay, if you're going to be religious, you might as well be religious to your people's religion. But oftentimes, and listen, I'm not knocking Christians, okay? I'm not knocking Christians, I'm not knocking Muslims, I'm not knocking any other religions. All I'm saying is, pagan just means that's not my religion. And it really became famous when Europeans started crapping on African religions. Like I said, Ra and ISIS and those types of religions, and it programmed everybody, not just Europeans, even black people. And it got to a point where it shifted everybody away from our original heritage, and it put everybody in their religion where they control. This is why everybody serves a deity that looks like them except black people. We're the only people that don't serve a deity that looks like us with the imagery. So listen, if you don't like that stuff, if you're superstitious or if you're religious and you have these values, that's all fine and dandy. I just Janelle, I'll get back into that a little later because I got a lot of things to say both about her and Jessica, but let's go back in.
I have a lot of damage control, a lot of cleanup to do, but I am happy that this conversation has now started. I'm a very spiritual person, but if a person's like, no, I'm completely, not going for it, that can be concerning.
Maury, yay!
So what you think?
I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
How do you feel about their take on spirituality?
I understand it because I know they don't understand the world. I know where I once was.
I'm not ashamed at all about who I am spiritually. I'm only ashamed of the fact that I did not convey the information.
So I do have a third connection I do want you to meet.
Okay.
I've been reaching for the sky, but it's 1,000 miles high.
Today, Janelle and Lee are going to meet my ex, Bree.
What's up, Bree?
Bree has a lot of energy. She's very animated, which is something I like. She's gonna really see which one of these women can really keep up with her and go toe to toe.
What you been up to?
This year I'm outside.
You don't have no boyfriend?
I don't even know why you asked that question. Love don't live here no more.
Since Quentin has been my top connection throughout this journey, this date with his ex is a daunting task. The guys are in power this week, so this is definitely feeling intense.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
You look good.
Thank
This is
you.
Bree.
I'm
Brianna.
Brianna.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Where are you coming from? Just got done working out, girl.
You look like it.
You look good as well.
What's up, girl?
Hello. Going into this date with Quentin and meeting his ex, I am looking forward to getting some insight and see if she thinks we're a good match.
How you been?
I am well. How are you?
Good. Just catching me up on y'all's process.
His ex looks good. I've seen this before. All the exes looked pretty good. Not. I was probably on a. I ain't gonna say that. I will say that most of the exes did look pretty good from what I recall. All of them were relatively attractive. So shout out to the guys. Anyway, let's go back in.
They always want my spot, but they'll never tell me. They always want my life, but they just not me.
I decided to have my ex Valerie meet Aries and Jessica. I chose Valerie because she knows me better than any other connection that I've had prior till this. You look very nice.
Here we go.
And she's gonna be able to identify some things that I might need to, take a second look at. I actually have two ladies that I want you to meet. Yeah, so
I'm excited and nervous.
Life is hard, you make it, yeah. What you want, gotta take it, yeah.
My connection with Chris is going well. He had kind of pulled back a little bit because he saw my connection with Bill growing, but him and I are still vibing.
How you doing?
Good to see you.
Aries, this is Val.
Hi.
Aries.
Nice to meet you too.
Have a seat.
Thank you.
Oh.
Hello, party people.
Hi.
I'm here. Did you miss me?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
So Jess, this is Valerie. Immediately when Jessica enters the room, it was a huge energy shift.
Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm a hugger. You want a handshake? Come on, keep it all in.
She has a strong vocal cords on her, so she came in pretty loud. And immediately, I kind of noticed Val's demeanor changed a little bit.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Just living a dream, child. I don't know whose it is, but it's somebody's.
So he informed me that you guys haven't really gotten that, like, physical connection yet, like the kissing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How are you guys feeling about that?
We're dating multiple people.
Sure,
it kind of feels a little...
By the time we kiss, it needs to just be us. Like, you having your mouth everywhere, like, I'm not okay with that.
So basically, it sounds like y'all both trying to wait till each other's eliminated.
So I want to know from your perspective, what would you say the reason was why the relationship ended?
Well, I didn't want to be a forever girlfriend, first of all.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like he was going to move the relationship forward.
I think it was very selfish of me at the time, and I do apologize for that. I know we talked about it a couple times, but that's where I was in that space.
The moment that Chris apologized, that was powerful to me. I really appreciated seeing a man take accountability. It was sexy, honestly. You know, for me, one of the big things that I'm looking for is a leader. You just exude that to me, so.
Y'all make me feel good in here.
You deserve.
That's interesting.
What happened to end you guys' relationship?
I wanted exclusivity, and he did not.
I did not.
So
Okay.
that's. Yeah, I wish I had something more juicy.
He is content being single.
Y'all got a lot of thinking to do, sound like.
Intense.
It's challenging, and I kind of went ghost on her the other day just because I was in my mind a lot about the process, and I was like, man, I was a little overwhelmed.
When Quentin says that he ghosted me the other day, the fact that he says this in front of Janelle, who's his other connection, didn't sit well with me.
Do you guys feel in competition with one another? Because you're sitting next to her.
Well, I think that it's out in the open where you don't feel like he's doing something behind your back.
Right.
So I just go completely quiet.
How can you be of service to a man like him?
Let me say this. I can understand that with Lee. He practically, first of all, let's correct some things here or check some things. She said some key things. Quentin, he's comfortable being single. Okay, you would never think that the way he was pretty much jocking Janelle. You would think this guy is ready to settle down, ready to commit. But his ex comes on and just kind of throw a monkey wrench in all of what I was thinking about Quentin, to be honest. He didn't want to commit. He didn't want to settle down. He's comfortable being single. That's not the guy that we've been seeing, you know, drool over Janelle. I don't get that part. Like, and I'm gonna tell you something. Your ex is way finer than Janelle. So why didn't you want to commit to her, but you ready to commit to Janelle? Janelle don't even want to kiss you. Am I the only one? Am I the only one who's a bit confused by all of this? Then he makes a slip up with Lee and says Lee is, he ghosted Lee. Maybe she took it a little too strong, a little too personal. I don't think he meant it like, there's no cool way to say I ghosted somebody. So, but he probably didn't, he don't realize how sensitive Lee is. I don't think a lot of people realize how sensitive this woman is. Lee takes me as a woman who is super sensitive. And it just takes a little bit of something to I don't want to say get on her bad side, but she has a wall, a defensive wall, and she's ready to crawl in a corner at any given uncomfortable feeling. I once said to myself, and I'm gonna tell y'all, that people who work out a lot are people who are probably some of the most insecure people on the planet. And the reason I say this, before you beat me up, is that people who work out have a drive, a motivation that is causing them to gain control of themselves. If they feel like they can't control anything else, they're going to control the shape of their body. And you know, I work out, not as much as I should, but I work out too. But she is an avid, I mean, she's a teacher too, right? And she just got back from working out. That tells me that she is dealing with something in her past that she is trying to gain control over. You could say the same thing about Quentin. Really, maybe he has something in his past that he's trying to gain control over. Those people who are workout and gym rats, they are running from something. And the only way they can really control it is if they can take control of the one thing that nobody can take away from them, and that's their body, that's their shape, that's you know. And you know, look, that's just a theory of mine. I'm not going to say that I know that for sure, but I'm going to say that's just a theory of mine. Most of the people, and a lot of people are probably going to disagree with that, but everybody I know who was a gym rat is mentally probably running from something. Everybody who is a gym rat, they're now, you could say it's just they want to be healthy. I get that. But there's a difference between somebody who works out and somebody who is a gym rat, right? Now, if it's your profession, you can't avoid that. That's part of your profession. That's part of her profession. But Lee takes me as a person who probably has some trauma in her past and is trying to gain control of her life. And the best way to gain control back is to work out and to be a bit of a gym rat. And what better way to do it than to make it a profession? Okay, you're killing a couple birds with one stone. So she's just super conservative, super sensitive. It will be hard to maintain a relationship with Lee because apparently it don't take much to really kind of turn her off. So I'm a bit confused with the whole Quentin series. Let's go back into Chris and see what's going on.
A power player in everything that he does. He needs a woman that's a good support system. Sometimes your day is gonna look like just supporting him. How do you feel about that?
So is your support being an active listener? Is your support taking things off their plate? Is your support showing up to different events for them? Is your support just really covering them?
So support for him, everything you just listed?
Do you feel like you receive support from him as well?
No.
No.
No, he couldn't. He didn't have the capacity. He didn't have the time. I was there in servitude, for real.
When Valerie shared that she was in complete servitude, I was completely blown.
That is not gonna be something that I can be a part of or be able or willing to do.
It was good meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
It was beautiful meeting you.
I'm not really sure that I made the most of the opportunity to speak with Quentin's ex. I was so upset to a point where I couldn't even ask any more questions. I wasn't really engaging with the group anymore. So I don't know how this all plays out. I guess I'm just gonna wait and see.
Yeah. She was so upset. She wasn't engaged anymore. Quentin don't really seem to be rocking with Lee on the same level. Now, part of that probably is a little bit of her fault because she's so conservative. She's not as fun as Janelle. This guy takes me as somebody who's looking for a personality other than just looks. I mean, his ex is on par with Lee in looks. She's evened up with Lee on looks. Some would say she's better. Some would say Lee is better. But yeah, Lee, listen. She put all her eggs in the Quentin basket. I don't really see her trying to make many other connections other than Quentin. Now, she said Herbert said that she was coming into focus, but I don't know how, real that is. But Quentin, this guy is moving. He clearly likes Janelle, but I just don't get it. It's a lot of stuff I don't get, y'all. I'm probably a little more confused with the guys in this episode. Like, even with Chris, his ex said, you're gonna have to be there for him. You're gonna have to do all those things for him. And then when the question was asked, are you gonna, is he there for you? And Chris was like, no, I wasn't there for her. She was in complete solitude. Like, now, yeah, and Jessica said, I don't know if I'm willing to deal with that. I can't really blame her. Like, who wants to be in a one-sided relationship? Not even your ex wanted to be in a one-sided relationship. So, are you ready for love, Chris? Like, what exactly are you looking for? You seem to have a pretty good, docile, woman who was there, that was submissive and everything you needed, but you couldn't even commit to her. What are you looking for, bruh? That's Quentin, what are you looking for? Like, what? I'm confused with the guys on this episode, y'all. I'm so confused with the guys. They all seem to have nice exes who look nice, and they all had problems committing to their exes. It seemed like, what the hell is going on? And they choosing Janelle, and let's go back in.
I'm parking.
What's your opinion?
We kind of disappeared a little bit.
Yeah, I felt
You
that
can
too.
see it.
I felt that too. I definitely noticed Lee get a little bit more quiet. I kind of want to dig into that because you're sitting next to somebody who wants your man. So I don't want anybody that's going to fall into a shell. I want somebody that's going to grab that attention. And Lee kind of fell short for me a little bit. I definitely have a lot to figure out. So I appreciate you.
Yeah, you do. Pleasure meeting you.
It was so nice to meet you.
Good to see you. At the end of the day, I have a little bit more thinking to do. Is this something that I want to continue? Because her entire job was focused on serving him. This is very different for me.
So, what's your take on Aries?
Aries is sweet.
Yeah, she's a good, kind-hearted person.
Yeah, her energy, I like it. It's soft energy, it's nurturing.
Okay. Now, Jessica.
Well, right out the gate, her energy was just like overpowering.
Okay.
And I don't know if that's something you're gonna be able to deal with consistently. She's a very strong woman, but there is no softness at all. And you need that.
Wow. Well, Valerie saying that talking about Jessica energy was overbearing. If I'm not the only one feeling it, if Valerie's feeling it, then that's something I have to take heed to.
She's just in your face and you don't like it in your face.
Yeah, I don't like it in my face. The man has the power this week. And this process is really narrowing down to where you have to do what's best for you.
This week, the men are back in power. My ex-date is with my strongest connection, Janelle. So having her meet my ex, Melanie. We dated some years ago. I tend to gravitate towards strong women, so looking forward to seeing how she navigates this space. Got a little mimosas, I know that's your jam.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
A little shark coochie. Help yourself. So you got your questions ready? What you wanna?
Oh, yeah, I definitely do.
Herbert is one of my top connections, and apparently I am going to meet his ex.
Well, hello there. How are you?
Well, how are you?
Meeting 3 exes, it's a lot. I typically do not ask people I'm dating about their past relationships.
Melanie, Janelle.
Hi, how are you? I'm
Melanie.
I don't think like that. I don't think like, ooh, like, I don't care.
Okay, Melanie.
After my first date with Jessica and Janelle, I'm just kind of thrown off because I have a lot of cleanup to do. So I really wanted my ex, Jessica, to also meet Sierra. Jessica, what's up? What's up? How you doing?
Hi.
Because me and Sierra's connection kind of happened later, I wanted Jessica to pick her brain and maybe see some things in Sierra that I have not seen. I have a specific connection that I want you to meet today.
Okay.
She's real cool, real dope sister, like.
Okay.
But I think one of the things that I'm most concerned about is, will those things translate over to a relationship?
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
she will be a perfect, cool homegirl.
Okay, I see
But
what
is
you're saying.
homegirl gonna be able to be in the relationship?
I got your back.
Yeah.
The men are in power this week, and we have to meet these guys as exes. It's really not my thing. I really don't like when men have contact with their exes, so I'm just trying to see what's going on. Hi.
What's up, Sierra?
Hey,
Sierra?
how are you?
I'm all right. How you doing, beautiful?
Good.
Sierra, this is Jessica.
Hi,
this is
Jessica.
Sierra.
How are you? I walked into the restaurant and
I don't know if y'all noticed, but hold on. It's not gonna take long. Trust me. Hold on.
In the relationship.
I got your back.
Yeah.
the men are in power this week, and we have to meet these guys as exes. It's really not my thing. I really don't like when men have contact with their exes, so I'm just trying to see what's going on. Hi.
Now I found this interesting. Watch how she hugged Morier, and then watch how she hugged Morier's ex.
What's up, Sierra?
Hey,
Sierra?
how are you?
I'm all right. How you doing, beautiful?
Look at that quick, not even church, just like, you see that? Now watch this.
Good.
Sierra, this is Jessica.
Hi,
This is
Jessica.
Sierra.
Full body, lean in. I found that interesting. Now, is it due to respect out of his ex? Why do you respect his ex? You trying to take, her ex-man. Why you give Morier the super church, quick church, and you lean in on it? Listen, I told y'all, I think that there's probably some underlying things with Sierra that I suspect. Now, I said I suspect that she's bi. I could be wrong, though. I could be very wrong. If she is, that's cool. That's more the merrier. But just let me know what's going on. You know what I mean? Why do you feel more comfortable hugging a strange woman than your potential man? I don't get that. Why? Like, is it out of respect for his ex? Why do you respect his ex if that's the case? Like, lean into your man. Give him the full body. And then give her the church. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's just me. I see stuff like this, okay? And maybe I read too much into it, but you gotta pay close attention, man. You gotta pay close attention, and that's what I do as an expert. Let's go in.
I walked into the restaurant and I thought it was Tequila sit down. They look just alike. Didn't she look just like Quintilla? Quintanilla. What is her name? What is her name again? She left so long ago. Tequila. She looked like Tequila to me.
So this is wow. That was some shade. Like I said, Sierra is my cool baby mama. Okay, we would probably have a kid together and we would get along just fine. No drama at all. She looks better than Tequila too. I'll say that. In my opinion, she does. Let's go.
This is my ex.
Okay.
But this is also a good friend.
How long were y'all together?
2 years.
Oh, nice.
2 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
Do you care if he is still friends with exes?
That would be very new for me. Because usually they sneaking around doing it.
Oh, yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
So you don't have to worry. Nah. I missed it. man. But we still good friends, though.
Yeah.
You had missed it?
Yeah, you know, I messed up. I put it on me. You know, I put the blame on me.
So what do you mean you missed your opportunity? What did you miss? Is this your queen? Is this your queen?
Herbert told me that.
Love that chick, man. Like I said before, if it wasn't romantic with me and Sierra, I would still be her friend. We would still be cool, man. I would just love hanging out with this chick. Now, some guys, I'll save that part for the ranking, because I'm gonna do a ranking on a redo of the rankings of the ladies in another video. Let's go back in.
That you don't currently have any kids, right?
I don't.
Okay. And so, but you do want to have children?
I want to be a parent. I don't know if I want to have children. I'm getting older, so, you know, I want to be a parent. I also want to adopt, but we'll just kind of have to see where we are when we get there.
That put off a little alarm for me. I'm like, wait a minute, this is not the discussion we had. Right. I definitely, without a doubt, would love to have my biological kids as well.
How soon are you looking to have a child?
Well, sooner rather than later.
Soon is soon, like.
I would like to be engaged by the end of this year, start at the top of next year.
What are your beliefs on premarital sex?
Oh, absolutely. I believe that you're supposed to, because I want to test drive that car. No, for real. I am damn serious about it, because I don't want to get after the altar and I'm like, I'm thumb wrestling with Charlotte. Yeah. Well, I don't want
With Herbert, he likes to kind of take it slow.
He's slow motion with it.
In the beginning, yeah. He likes to take it slow and, you know, get to know you.
The best things happen in slow over time.
Herbert's pace is concerning for me. It doesn't take that long for you to figure out if you want to spend the rest of your life with me.
Thank you, my dear. I appreciate you.
It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. I don't expect him to be fast-paced, but I do expect for him to make some definitive decisions.
Give it to me. What you thinking?
The thing for me is the impatience. She said she wanted to be engaged
by the year.
By the end of the year.
Yeah.
And with you, Mr. Slow Motion, yeah.
Yeah. The older I get, definitely the quicker things can move. I'm not that old yet, though, for the end of the year to be the goal.
Then the kid thing. And it sounded like she really didn't want to birth her own kids, like it was more so adoption, and you want your own kids, Herbert. So
yeah, I'm shooting up somebody's club. Okay. My boy's marching on somebody. Okay.
So how are you going to handle that situation, though? Like,
we definitely had some hard conversations ahead to figure that out. Okay. Yeah.
It was so good meeting you.
It was good meeting you too, Jessica. You are amazing. I see a lot of potential in MRA, but I feel like Jessica would probably have to fall the back, sit in the back seat, you know, actually get out the car and we'll meet you there. That type of ride, you know what I'm saying?
What are your thoughts on her?
I love her energy, but it's like that around the way homegirl type of vibe.
So does the homie vibe put her in a friend zone?
I don't know.
I'm still pretty much where I was at connection-wise with Sierra. She can bring the party, but at the same time, I'm looking at marriage and a long-term committed relationship, so I really do need more time with her to see where our connection can lead to.
And you know, as the card said, I put the amethyst, you need to trust your intuition. Whatever your gut is telling you,
roll with it.
Roll with it.
Essence.
What's up?
Hey.
Got the wind blowing through the hair. What's up?
How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Amina is my ex that I chose to meet my connections primarily because she's seen me triumph through different seasons in life, despite if we worked out or not. You know, I want her to find love and be happy. I know she wants the same for me.
What am I doing here? What are we doing?
My dating life has taken an interesting journey.
Okay.
You know, I've been able to find a few connections.
Okay.
So I don't get like a seal of approval.
Yeah.
So I set up one date with Aries and another with Katarina and Kira. It's a bit of nervousness because this is, you know, just uncharted waters.
Hello.
What's up?
The men are in power this week, and I'm excited because I get to have a date with Phil.
Well, my name's Amina.
Lord have all kind of mercy, okay? She is, one thing I like is that she has not a relatively small waist. I mean, her measurements are phenomenal. The profile is just queenish, okay? I will say that about, you know, I will say that about Aries. She's very, look at her and then look at his ex. I mean, she looked like she should be taking her orders. His ex looked like she should be taking her orders, serving this queen, okay, of Aries. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing a reshuffling of the rankings of the ladies. Check that out in a future video. But this woman profile is phenomenal. That's a nice top she got on. Let's go back in.
Amina, nice to meet you. I feel like you're not gonna typically meet anybody's ex, so I will be nosy as possible.
You guys can bounce some ideas and questions off of each other.
Yeah.
You know, I ain't even here.
Oh, baby, you're not here, man. Hello.
What's up?
Hello, hot
How are you?
stuff. Heading to Phil's house. I wouldn't say that me and Phil have fully connected just yet, but I am open to see, you know, where it goes.
This should be interesting. Kira meeting Phil's ex. You asked that question to the wrong brother. It wasn't Quentin. It was Phil you should have asked that question to. I'm not even sure where their connection came from. A lot of this is making zero sense. When was Kira connected to Phil? Show me the tape. It gets very confusing. Hear my girl Kat come in. What, like, why is she not connecting with hardly any of the guys is baffling to me. It's just, a lot of stuff is not making sense. None of you guys want to talk to Kat? Are you serious? You don't want to introduce Kat to any of your exes? Make it make sense. Anyway.
Party's here.
What's up,
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm like super excited because our last date went really well.
I mean, the woman is phenomenal. How could she not be connecting with any more guys? I don't understand. Anyway.
Oh,
Hey, hi. Get on my tiptoes.
However, I'm like really nervous, honestly. I've never.
Damn, I love how tall she is too. I mean, we would have some phenomenal kids, but she gonna have to give me some kids. We gotta multiply these genes, okay? You know, don't be stingy with the eggs, okay? We gotta have some kids because I'm gonna need to procreate with this. She's really has a model profile. She like models come in her size. You know what I mean? Her height, her form, her shape, all of that stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if she's a model too. She's a nurse. She owns her own business also. Maybe that's another thing. Maybe she don't have a whole lot of time to make a lot of connections, but I'm not understanding why more guys ain't connected to Kat. Let's go back in.
Met someone's ex before.
I'm excited to know all the things.
You're so animated. I love it.
I am. I'm a little dramatic, but...
It's okay, me too.
Yeah, we're gonna get along, girl.
Yeah.
We're gonna get along.
Do y'all get jealous?
I'm not gonna say jealous, but
Okay.
I do have moments where I hear other gentlemen talk about, well, I like Aries because of this and that. She's such a this and this and that. And in my mind, I'm like, I know.
Why did you guys break up?
I wasn't quite sure of where we stood. I didn't know if we were friend zoning here. I mean, I was hanging out with him all the time, but there was not that physical affection.
I need affection. I need someone to touch me. If you ain't telling me you like me, you ain't touching me, and you ain't...
Then you don't know.
I wasn't good at it at that time. It was a weird space.
Is he good about physical touch?
He's very physical, so I don't have that. I was very shocked when she said that Phil had issues with physical touch. He had his hand on my leg under the table at that moment, so he's very affectionate. I was like, I'm not understanding what you're saying right now. I don't have any issues in that area.
Yeah.
My love language also is physical touch. Is that just like a season that you were going through where you were going through stuff at that time, or are you just not a physical touchy type of person?
It's a little bit of that plus some growth because I was dealing with some lack of work.
Does that happen to you often?
No, because I worked as a independent claims adjuster, so we thrive on storms.
Yeah.
The unfortunate side of it was just like good weather everywhere.
I wouldn't necessarily say that me and Phil are connecting, because I need a man who has vision, a man who has purpose, and he's not giving me any indication. He knows what path he's walking on. He's just walking.
He told me you have boys.
I do.
And I was like, that's great, because I know that's something he wants. Someone that can, you know, obviously accept him and his son, and I think that wouldn't be an issue for you because you have your own boys.
Right.
So
That's huge for me too.
How do you feel about him having a son already? And
Yeah, I've dated men with kids. We're at this age, I'm 34. People have kids, divorces, like it's just where we are.
Same. I've dated a couple men who have kids. My preference is men with no children.
Kira preferring a man without children.
Kira just, oh my goodness, this woman just got so many judgments and so much, I prefer this. And I mean, look, if that's what she preferred, that's what she preferred. But oftentimes I think a lot of women, they paint themselves in the corner. They got so many expectations, can't nobody get to you. Okay, you done painted yourself in the corner. I need a man who's this, he doesn't have guidance, he's just walking. I need a man who doesn't have kids. I need a man who has physical touch. My love language is physical touch. I need this, I need that. She run down a laundry list of things she need in this meeting alone. And you expect to find a man? Cut it out. Like, a lot of women do this. A lot of women have this laundry list, and Jesus is not here, okay? You're gonna have to settle for a mere mortal. Calm down with this laundry list. You paint yourself in the corner, and can't nobody get to you. Now, guess what? Stay in that corner if you want to. If you value, if you think you're all the way up here and you value yourself like that, and you know, if you put yourself in the clouds, can't nobody touch you. You know, if you put yourself in the clouds, can't nobody touch you. And if you want to stay in them clouds, stay in them clouds, but you're gonna be alone in them clouds. It's just, as she sips her wine, it's just so annoying. It's just this chick, man. Let's go in.
That's maybe like a red flag or like a pink flag at a minimum.
This is great.
Yeah. Absolutely. Get you a hug.
Yes.
Appreciate it. So I'm backing off. Like, I want no parts of it.
I enjoyed you. I don't think I've ever said that to an ex before. I enjoyed you.
I gotta run, but it was really great meeting you.
It was so nice to meet you.
This was very pleasant.
Yes.
I learned a lot.
I have a great connection with Phil. Right now, I don't see any red flags with him. Honestly, she said he is a good man. I value that information and gained a lot of insight.
One thing I'll say is I really like Aries' energy. She is very nurturing. She is very soft. She is very seemingly easy to get along with. You know, again, I'm gonna talk more about it in the rankings, but I did notice that more so in this episode. I'm wondering why Phil wasn't showing her, his ex, any affection, but he don't have no problem showing Aries. I mean, I got my guesses, but I just think, I don't know, maybe he just wasn't as physically attracted to his ex as he is with Aries. I can see that being a high possibility, okay? Maybe a part of it is, you know, cultural thing. Who knows? But his ex seemed cool. Let's go in. I'm wondering what Kira was thinking the whole time, because she was asking Quentin about that, and then she walk in and then she see, you know, Phil's ex is white, and I wonder if she got a problem with that. Maybe that's why she started running down this whole list of things that she needed, because she was like, you know, I don't know. Let's go in.
You've seen my connections.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you pick for me?
Definitely Aries, like off the top,
Okay.
like no hesitation.
Oh,
She's
okay.
definitely the top choice.
Okay.
Yeah, the way that you and Aries just were vibing together, it just seemed so natural. It felt like y'all were already a couple. It
That's
felt like
a
that.
deep statement.
I was already meeting your girlfriend. Oh. Yeah.
Noriega.
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right.
I think I need to
Go
start
ahead.
over here first before I do anything.
Do what you do.
Going into the lounge, I do have a lot to tell Tommy.
Moye, we kind of looking alike a little bit.
Yeah,
like
man.
That.
That's the African couch right there.
Y'all from Africa.
Come on.
All right. Welcome back, fella. Look like y'all caught a case of the exes. Look at it. I can't wait to hear about this. So tell me how it went.
My ex name is Brianna. I had her meet Lee and Janelle. When we were talking, Janelle kind of took control, and that speaks to me. For me, you know, I speak about confidence, I speak about auras, and not shrinking in the room. So
So do you think Lee shrunk?
I think she shrunk a little bit.
Is there still a connection between you and Lee?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who did your ex choose for you?
Janelle.
She a whole thug, Tom.
Yeah. She ain't nothing to play with.
Yeah, I like it though. I love that. Bring your thug ass here.
Bring it over here.
Right?
That is correct. Janelle is a whole thug, and Herbert likes it. Some men like it, some men don't. I don't like it. I am so turned off by Janelle's thuggish ways and her her disagreeableness. Okay, it turns me off. Herbert like it. You know, to each his own. Me, it's a disaster. Okay. I actually think one of the best exes was well, all the ladies were, all of the exes were attractive. I guess I wasn't that attached to Phil's ex, but the other ones were attractive, but she wasn't bad looking. But the one I could probably see myself with, and I know this sounds kind of weird, with one of their exes is Chris's. She was there to, take care of Chris, and, he just didn't have time to take care of her. I think he really missed out on that ex in particular. I think Maurier's ex was pretty cool too. But yeah, Janelle is just if Herbert loves it, that's fine. But Janelle is too disagreeable. I don't like women that's too disagreeable, and she wants to get married. She wants to be engaged. She's going to try to be running a relationship. She wants to get engaged by the end of the year. At the time of this airing, look, he ain't got much time. Okay, we more than 2/3 through the year. Okay, well, 2/3, maybe three, almost 3, quarters. But yeah. Anyway, let's go in.
But my ex Melanie, ex Janelle, with her timeline for getting married, and Janelle was like, well, I'm trying to get engaged by the end of the year. Well, I'm like, whoa, we ain't really talk about.
Yeah.
Maurier.
My ex Jessica, she met both Janelle and Jessica at the same time.
Ooh, J&J?
Yeah, man. So it's one Jessica with another Jessica, then Janelle. It was a bunch of J's. I needed Jesus in that room. I could go ahead and solidify it. And speaking of Jesus, my Jessica asked them about, what would it look like dating somebody that is not in organized religion? So Jessica pulled out a tarot card and was about to read a tarot card. Janelle was like, absolutely not. Janelle looked at it like, this is like some cult-like type stuff. And I was just like, oh my God, none of this is going how I planned it.
How did Jessica react?
She was also taken back, so I probably lost 2 connections at once.
What the card say?
So after this assignment, who would you say you're connecting with the most?
Sierra might be my only hope that I got left. So I don't know.
Listen to me closely. It's not like who do you think feels a certain way about you.
Yeah.
Who do you feel you have that connection with?
Jessica.
Don't settle for Sierra.
Chris.
So my ex met Jessica and Aries. Aries was the first person to get there, and she instantly saw where her and I connect. When it came to Jessica, energy totally changed.
In a good way or a bad way?
Not in the best way. When Jessica came in, it was just loud and it wasn't comforting.
Who did Val say would be the perfect fit for you?
Definitely Jessica, hard no.
Oh, wow. How do you feel about that?
I almost disintegrated myself in Jessica.
Woo! Philip, you had 2 ex dates. Tell me about it.
My ex, Amina, first she met Aries, and one of the things Amina brought up was that I wasn't a very affectionate person back then, and I wasn't. But I will say, Aries said she didn't have that problem with me, because I am a more affectionate person now.
Whenever I bring up Aries, though, you just start sweating.
Well, that's true, too.
Who else did Amina meet?
Kat and Kira. Of course, Kira come through, bubbly.
What did Amina think about her?
I don't think she saw things from a match standpoint.
Who did she see was a better choice for you?
She saw Aries being the best choice due to just how we vibe.
How did you feel about her choosing Aries for you?
I'm more than okay with that. I still connect with Kat. It's just really hard to beat out Aries, I'm not gonna lie.
All right, it's time to make those strong decisions. Who are we no longer connected with? Chris, we'll start with you.
Sierra's always gives me friend vibes, and she would just be a good time with a good friend.
Sierra, I think she really attempts to grab people's attention by her appearance, and that's not just something that I like. I'm not really sure she really is vested in the process. She can have a great time, laugh, joke, but when it comes down to who you are as a potential mate conversation, I don't really get that from her ever.
Okay. And whom else?
I would say Lee. We had a great conversation day 1 at the mansion and nothing else after that.
Why nothing after that, though?
Well, she's obviously busy.
She busy, but did you give up?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Who else?
Definitely Kira. That cultural difference is just not there.
What are we talking about?
Her black comment. She stated to me specifically, I just don't feel comfortable around large groups of black people. And so it's gonna be kind of difficult when you're dealing with a Pan-Africanist, somebody that's 99% of his interactions are solely black people.
She came to me about preference.
I really want to know, your preference. I don't know, you just look like the guy that would be dating white women.
No, I love my black woman. But then would have a conversation with, the girls and be like, well, I'm the closest thing to a white girl, and I've dated other white guys before. So why would you come to me and ask me what my preference is?
Kira, although I do like a lot of qualities about her, what does it look like from me having a child and knowing she don't want anyone with the child?
Kira, mainly the child thing. I still can't get over that. The damage has been done.
And once you say it.
Yeah, it's no take back.
All right, it's time to level the playing field back.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, and this is what Kira said, 7 of the guys out of 9 or 10 have kids. 70% of the men on this show you've seen on this show have kids. And the first thing you say is, I don't want a man with kids. Now, if that's her story, that's her story, right? I mean, she ain't got to conform just to, deal with these guys. That's fine. But if I'm being honest, I'm surprised she lasted this long. My opinion, she should have been gone. Now, Kira is really look, listen. She's just not. I just don't take her as someone who is ready to love. It's going to take a special guy. Probably a guy who has some type of attraction to her, some type of a guy who she looks up to for some reason, and it's going to be a guy that has a whole lot of patience. Okay, not a bad woman. Sierra, a lot of the guys are saying that she's not. She's a good time. Here's something you got to understand. Some guys like toxic women. Okay, that's the elephant in the room. Some guys actually love toxic women. That's why in the West, especially in America, we have a lot of toxic women. You just heard Herbert say, she a thug. I like it. We're actually rewarding bad behavior, us as men. And this is where we got to take accountability. We can't complain that we ain't got nothing to choose from if we are rewarding thug behavior. Why you want your woman to be a thug? I don't get it. This is why when I do the wifey rankings, these are women who I would feel like would make the best wives. And in my opinion, thugs ain't wives. Okay? You can't turn what into a housewife? I'm just saying. And I'm not saying that Janelle is that. Actually, I think she's relatively conservative. She's just as conservative as Lee. None of them are giving up kisses at all. She is just as conservative as Lee, except she's assertive. She's assertive, but she's conservative. And to me, that's like probably the worst that's actually the worst combination. I'll actually take Lee over that. Like, Lee is conservative, but she not assertive to a point where she would force you down a wedding, force you down the aisle to get married and tell you, we're going to adopt a kid and we're going to take a girl first and I'm going to teach her all, and no, you don't get no kids from me and all this other stuff. No, thank you. Us as men, we got to do better and not reward behaviors that are not long-term sustaining. Okay? We shouldn't be saying stuff like, she a thug and I like that. I like it. I like it. You ain't gonna get nowhere with no thug woman. You not. For the most part. In this country, I wouldn't trust it. Sometimes the thug chicks hold you down the most though. Sometimes the thug chicks stay in it for the long haul. They have to, because they know they ain't nobody else really put up with them. So they loyal, not to a fault, but they loyal because they really ain't got no other place to go. But us as men, us as people, we got to do better, man. We just got to do better. We got a whole lot of hurt we got to heal. See, I'm healed. That's why I recognize people who are healed. And I recognize people who are still hurt. And I don't want that in my life. Okay? I don't want that in my life. I only want the healed. I want to live a peaceful life. So I've done my work. Y'all do y'all's, man. Let's go back in.
Baby, y'all know what has to be done. I want you to take these ladies out and let one of them know that she is not ready to love. I'll see y'all soon.
Keep me in your prayers, Tommy. The process is definitely getting tougher. It's not a popularity contest. It's not about, who's nice and who's not. It's about really who has a connection with this person and then who doesn't.
Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Brotherhood on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Brotherhood.
Knowing that the guys met with Tommy today and Chris asked me out, I was kind of curious what the hell was going on.
Wow, Aisha, how you doing? You look amazing, as always.
Something's up. Me and Chris have no connection. Like, I don't hate him, but that ship has sailed. So I was like, what is happening?
I actually haven't spoken to you in a long time. Since probably the brunch?
It was so long ago.
Yeah.
It's moving quicker than I thought it would be.
Yes.
Like, what is going on?
Going into this date, I know that the guys had a meeting with Tommy today. So, of course, the first thing in my head is like, honey, it's the end of the road for you. Hello, love. Yeah.
Good.
But when I walk in and I see Herbert, I'm like, yay. He looks nice. He smells nice. So I am ready to hear what, Herbert has to say. We shall see how this goes.
I hope I'm getting a drink.
Well, I usually do like a French 75. Yeah, it's gin,
That is
champagne.
shocking.
I know.
Yeah.
People always say that it's like a bougie version of like gin and juice. I'm like, I guess.
How old are you again?
39.
30? You're 39?
Yep.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
You aging good as hell. You look
that.
good.
I appreciate it.
What? I'm 33? I actually thought that you were younger than me.
Yeah, you might as well start calling me daddy now.
I know that's true.
So, we had a gentleman's lounge today.
Okay.
Your name came up. I don't think there was anyone that disagrees with or would say anything to the contrary about your energy.
You have a lot of great qualities. You're radiant, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Your energy is contagious. We did have lounge today. For you, the guys had some concerns. Really?
So some of the fellas feel like a little disconnection with you. And one of the ways is whether or not you wanted to date someone with kids. So I think that was a point of concern. Them having
They keep saying the same thing over and over.
We was wondering, are you willing to be a little bit more vulnerable and peel back some layers and open up?
I mean, I feel like I have been a little bit more vulnerable than I've ever been in my entire life.
And then,
Oh gosh, I'm nervous.
you know, the culture thing came up and all of that.
Again,
I'm the messenger.
the Black culture thing is very offensive, but maybe some of the things I have said have touched people the wrong way.
Yeah.
So overall, the guys feel.
So with all that being said, fellas have concluded that
That you're still ready to love.
Oh my God.
Okay, well, cheers to that.
Cheers.
I'm glad you're still here.
Yeah. Moving forward in the process, I do have things that I need to be more intentional about.
So peel back those layers.
I really am tired of bouncing between Herbert and Maria. I really want these guys to step it up and show me which one I should pick.
you are not ready to love.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I am a little relieved. I was very happy to hear that because there's a disconnect from me as well. It just felt like it was mutual. So we were on the same page for once in this journey. My journey has ended here, but I definitely feel like I'm super open to love, and I don't know, I'm excited for what's to come, so.
For sure. And I wish you well, whatever journey starts after this or wherever that takes you to.
Amen, speak it louder, speak it.
In my last video of Kira, well, maybe not the last one, but in my last ranking of Kira, I said that one thing I like about her is she don't hold no stress on her mental. I don't know. That could be kind of worrisome, you know, now that I think about it. Because I don't necessarily have no confidence that she's ever going to learn no lessons, okay? She already admitted that she has a very low attention span, okay? She can't even remember people's names, like as if that's not important to her. I don't think she was serious about this process at all. Maybe she was a little too young for this process. If not too young, too immature for this process, okay? With a bunch of grown men who got kids, and she come in cheerleader, not remembering their names and not really caring about connections and not really caring about what she said, you know, and not, you know, like I said, not learning any lessons. Like she said she's relieved. Why? Because it put her to the test. And I take her as the type of person who lets everything roll off her back and she don't ever learn a freaking lesson. She don't ever learn a lesson. She's not good at learning life lessons. And that's, you know, that's what I got to say about Kira. You know, wish this woman the best, but I'm going to tell you, she could easily be. Listen, this is just a fact. This is not my opinion. This is just a fact. About 3/4 of black women don't ever get married. Or well, I take that back. Not 3/4, but 3/4 of black women, well, at least half of them don't ever get married. And the other 25% or so get divorced, and the other 25 stay married. So I ain't got a whole lot of hopes for Kira in the future, unfortunately, because I don't think she's learning any lessons. Now, again, she's still relatively young, but I hope she don't just walk away from Ready to Love thinking, oh, well, that's done. That was an experience. Thank you, God. And On to the next. Not looking within herself, no self-reflection, no self-correction, no self-work at all. You know, I would hate to think that she'd be one of those women, but look, you know, a lot of women don't want to get married. A lot of women ain't even built to be wives, to be honest, unfortunately. But even though she's going to walk in the future with that big smile, it's going to be a grim future for her. I think it is. Because after a while, she's going to get a lot older, and she's going to probably not, you know, I don't know. She's just going to get older. But she got a little bit more time. She got a little bit more time than a lot of other ladies to self-correct. I just hope she do. And somebody finally shakes her and say, pay attention to what's going on. You're losing time. Okay? You hit 30. This is the time to wake up. This is the time to take life serious. You can't be a cheerleader all your life. Okay? You gotta you're in the game now. You're not on the sidelines cheering. You're in the game. Get serious about your game plan. For real. Anyway, let's go in.
Yes, Lord. I'm on the right track, honey. And God is like, keep on swimming, keep on swimming. So that's what I'm gonna do. You can have my drink too.
Oh, good.
Kira is leaving ready to love like Kira came ready to love. It is what it is.
Not learning the
Next time on Ready to Love. Sometimes it takes the one person who keeps it 100 with you, your best friend.
So are you looking to marry, or are you just looking to have fun?
I'm looking to have fun on the way to get married.
Okay.
How much fun y'all over there having?
What the Maybe she could have reached out a little bit more.
Are you talking about the softer side of her?
I'm looking for more of that vulnerable side. That's what I need.
Chris, is this a genuine connection? I don't know.
What separates you dating her from any other guy?
You already said it. It's me dating.
Oh, it's just you.
This was the most peculiar date that I had been on.
Come on, Herbert. You gotta do a little better than that.
And there you have it from Ready to Love. Let me know what y'all think about this. A bit confusing for me. Check out the new rankings I'm gonna do with the ladies in a later video. And again, like I said, they let Kira go. She didn't seem to be bothered by it. She said she left it just how she came in, not learning a damn thing. Okay. It just is what it is. Some people you can't help. They just gonna live their lives and do their thing, and you just gotta wish them the best. Let me know what y'all think about this episode in the comments. And like I said, RTL, please, for the love of God, okay? Next season, don't let them talk on the phone. Don't let them text. Don't let them talk on the phone. Don't let them do none of that. Okay? Don't let them exchange numbers. We need to see every conversation that happens. That if that means more dates, then more dates need to happen. There are a lot of dates that's happening that's not getting aired, but it's to a point where we don't understand what's going on. This episode, I seen Quentin, his most docile I've ever seen him, or his most confusing. Like, you would not think that was Quentin of the first half of the season. You wouldn't think that was Quentin. I did not know Herbert liked thug women. Okay. Chris, he wasn't only not calling Jessica, but he was disconnected with his ex. Maurier got called out for voodoo and tarot cards and cult. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Okay. Trying to make sense of it all, but put it in the comments what y'all think about this episode. Am I tripping? Do y'all follow it? Let me know. Hit the like, share, and subscribe for real, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.